You need to pick something and stick with it. This is something I've struggled with most of my life until now, whether it has been sports or a business endeavor, and it does not work any of the times, obviously. But it's something so simple, yet the majority of everyone out there does not follow it, or does not even think about it. It does not correlate to them. That if you keep moving from thing to thing to thing, that it's never going to work out. And until recently, I always had this problem. First of all, with sports, but I don't think that matters as much. Is like, they're for fun, but also you could try to go professional D1 and whatever, but I think if I would have stuck with the one singular sport, that could have gone farther, but not part of God's plan. And honestly, I don't think that's a good example, because sports genuinely are for fun, mainly. But business endeavors, that is not what it is fun, to be honest, but it is not, that's your livelihood. You need to make the right decision. And so for me personally, been jumping from endeavor to endeavor, whether that was drop shipping, which I tried very young, and then quickly switched to try to affiliate market, and obviously none of that stuff ever worked out because I never stuck with it. And those things are very saturated, but I genuinely think anything you plan to do, if you stick with it long enough, and as long as it seems like a viable plan, that it's not a windbag, then it will work out. But the problem is nowadays that with social media and all these influencers and everything, all these ideas are being thrown at you constantly, and you have this influx of ideas, and you want to make the right decision, but you can never decide on it. And so you jump from thing to thing to thing, and you get confused when it doesn't work out as fast as all these people are saying. You're not getting that quick success like you expect, when in reality, there's no such thing as quick success. And my mentor tells me this great quote, and it's, an overnight success usually takes about 15 years. Something like that. Sorry. But, yes. And so you have this influx of ideas, and you don't know where to start, and so that's one problem. But that's honestly a good problem, because then you can sort out what you want to do. And, sorry, I just lost my train of thought because of the dog. But you try to start any business endeavor, whether it's something you see online or anything, and you start to try it. And for me personally, I would never see any progress, and I would jump to the next thing. And I assume if you're watching this video still, that is you. That you're trying, and you keep trying, and you keep switching, but it doesn't seem to ever work out. And you may think, these people are lucky online, which they probably are, for the most part. And you may think, actually, you may not think this, but I genuinely think this, that some of those people aren't even doing the thing they're talking about. But that's fine. That is a business in itself. And some people may think that is shady. Maybe it is shady because you're getting people to spend their money on a course. But genuinely, it is business. And yeah, now that I think about it, it is a little bit immoral. But it is a business move. For sure, that's for sure. But now for you, or I guess for me now, let me explain my story. So, I chose to make an app for car detailers with my business partner. And we had this idea, and unlike any of our other, not because we recently met within the last year, and best person I've ever met in my life. But instead of jumping from thing to thing, this is the first time that I have stuck to it, and it is the first time that is actually seeming to work the way I have planned. We are not successful yet by any means, but it is materializing in an interesting way. I think that many people are wondering, how do you pick that thing though? For me, I believe God honestly opened and closed the doors to allow me to find it. But for you, I guess just find what you're passionate about. But that is for a different video. But once you find this thing and you see a future in it, you're going to stick with it. And you're going to see it through. Because every failure in that thing around the corner is another step in the right direction and is a glimpse of success. And as you keep failing in that thing, you're going to start seeing success. And it's going to start rolling in. And as your failures build up, you're getting closer to that success. But what most people don't realize right now is that the moment they see that one failure in this, they're like, okay, well, this isn't for me. Let me try the next thing. But that is not it. You are strong. And if you are willing enough to take initiative and stick with that thing, you will get it to work. Unless it is an awful idea, you will be able to get it to work. That is just how it is. But you need to stick with it. And that's all I really have to say about it, is that you need to stop listening to all these people telling you that success is going to happen overnight. And maybe it did happen for them. Maybe it was quick, like a snap of a finger. But for you, that may not be the case. But for you, the case is that you're going to stick with what you plan to do, and you're going to make it actually work. I think that is essential. And I wish I myself could have learned that sooner. But the story would not have played out the same, and I'm very glad where I am right now. But yeah, if you're still watching, I thank you for watching, and I hope that once success does come, that people will be able to learn from these videos. And I don't know, that's something I wish, like, the sooner I get viewers, the easier it is, whether it's TikTok, whether it's anywhere, because I can ask what people want to see. Because I'm fine talking and putting in the work for something like this. Because, yeah, I can just go on a rant right now. So these videos, the only reason I'm doing them is because with the app, we use AI, and it takes sometimes like 15 minutes to to work and to see what it actually does. So in that 15 minutes, before I would literally just sit there and fight myself not to go scroll on my phone. So now I had to come up with a game plan of something to do while those videos are loading. And for that, I chose to make videos because I already tried that in the past. And I never keep it full effort. So I don't know if I really want to be like an influencer, but I think that is a necessity for marketing and just any business strategy. Like, once you have an influence, you have so many possibilities and so many angles to go at everything. But yeah, I think this all will pan out pretty quickly, as long as I just stick with it. But for you, you need to pick that thing, and you genuinely need to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, if you want it to happen. I'm not lying. Because else it just doesn't work. That's what I've noticed. Or it will work, but it's going to take a long time. And time is limited. But also still have fun. Don't get me wrong, I still go have fun. And actually have more fun than I ever would have when I do go out. But yeah, peace out, homie. Stay blessed. And praise God Almighty. Jeez, my hair is bad.